Dreaded or dreamful matchup. Uh, Depending how you look at it. Here on the Calcio guys, Gianni, Nicholas, I'm Adriano. Joined by a friend Angelo from Toronto Italians, obviously from Toronto. Angelo,
Guys,
how's it going?
good man. You guys?
We're doing good. We're happy to have you back, Andrew. It's been way too long. I think the last time we had you on, it was the Euros, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a
And we
long
won.
time,
Yeah.
and we won. So maybe I don't know, Andrew. Maybe this is a bit of good luck. I don't know. So
A
thank you
little bit
for
of fortuna.
yeah, that's it. So thank you for taking the time
And I
today.
was pressing jerseys too. I remember.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was working at the same
You got
time.
a
It was
good
like
memory.
it was like 9 o'clock at night. I was pressing Insignias in Chiesa, and now they're not even on the team.
Guys, times
Jeez.
have changed. Times have
Yeah.
changed. But thank you
Yeah.
for your time, Ange.
Almost 5 years ago, then the Euros that Italy would have won almost 5 years ago. Like you said, a lot has changed, and I think we're all excited for a potential World Cup for Italy. Hopefully, a return after 12 years. Still got hoops to go through. Game against Northern Ireland March 26th, and then potential game against Bosnia or Wales on March 30th. But if that happens, guys, we know who Italy's opponents are. We know when they'll play, when they could play, if they qualify. I'm gonna use a lot of hypotheticals in today's episode, guys. Potential Canada versus Italy game on June 12th in Toronto. Quickly, guys, let's go round table, 10 to 15 seconds each. Give me your thoughts, what your initial reaction is or was when you found out, when you saw the draw that Italy could play against Canada in Toronto on June 12th. We'll start with you, Angelo.
My initial thought was, I think it's not good for Team Canada because there's so many Italians here. The whole stadium is going to be completely blue. And my second thought was, I'm going to sell a crazy amount of jerseys. But I really say Italy's gonna. I still think Italy can win that game.
Yeah, my thought was, I don't, as cool as it would be, I don't want to choose for a team to cheer for, but if it happens, I'll be so happy to see Italy back in the World Cup, first of all. And honestly, it's probably a once in a lifetime game. So I think it'll be a game where we just embrace the battle. Johnny,
Johnny, I'll let you go, and then I'll finish it up.
Well, for me, it's like, well, you know what? As much as we're being born a Canadian, I'm first gen, so Italian. So for me, it's growing up was always Azzurri. So for me, like as much as it's cool to see Italy versus Canada. If that were to happen, right? Remember, a lot of big ifs in this picture. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be full blown Azzurri. I'm gonna be wearing my jersey, the flag, and everything. It is what it is. Team Canada can still get my support for hockey, though. That's what's gonna happen there. But come Calcio, it's always gonna be Italy.
Yeah, and to wrap this up, guys, I would be lying to you if I said I wasn't going to go for Italy. We grew up watching Italy. This is how we got into Calcio. It's because of the Italian national team that really kickstarted our fandom. And for me, it's Azzurri all the way. I love Canada for sure. Don't get me wrong, and I hope they do well. But in this matchup, let's take a bit of a break, Canada. Take a bit of a break and let the Azzurri win, because it's been too long. We haven't seen them in the World Cup.
Yeah, I do want to talk more about this because, Angelo, I know on your Instagram, Toronto Italians, everyone obviously could follow you there, T.Italians. You have a store in Vaughan. You did post something that it was a reaction from Canadian head coach Jesse Marsh after the game, after the draw. And he said, he hopes that all the Italians in Toronto will go out and wear their Canada jerseys. And, your post got a reaction. Obviously, a lot of people saying they're going to go for Italy.
It did.
A lot of people said they're going to go for Italy. Some people said, they're going to go for Canada. I remember, I think I even commented like, hey, you cheer for who you want to cheer for. I think this is a really personal topic, right? I think it's more than just like cultural identity. It's at the end of the day, it's sports. Like, first of all, guys, it's not that serious. You cheer for the team you want to cheer for. It's like Adri, you cheer for Milan. John, you cheer for Napoli, Roma. Angelo and I, we cheer for Juve. It's almost like that, guys. And how I see it, it's like, for me, if that happens, honestly, I can't cheer against either team. I think I will have more of a soft spot for Italy just because this is a team that's, we watched them win the World Cup in 2006. It's a team that I followed a lot longer. But the fact that it's the first game of the group stage, 0-0 in the standings. It's not like, if it was a third game where maybe Canada needed the points or Italy needed the points.
That's definitely different.
Yeah, you kind of know who you're going to cheer for in that case. But in this case, personally, I wouldn't want to draw if it happens.
To win.
team wins, straight up. Either team wins. I think I'll be happy with. But like for me, one thing that I didn't like, honestly, from Jesse Marsh saying, okay, the Italians in Toronto, you got to go get your Canada jerseys. No, you cheer for who you want to cheer for.
Boy, yeah, I was actually
You
watching him
know,
here in my shop before I actually posted that reel. I said, "Is this guy okay? What's he talking about?"
exactly.
And then I had one of my friends call me. He's like, "And you have to make the half and half red,
Yeah.
half blue." I said, "No, bro, I'm just gonna wear blue and that's it."
Call it a day.
Yeah, no, that was pretty much it. And yeah, what I was going to add, it's like, and then again, if there's an Italian who wants to cheer for Canada, it's like, let them, But yeah, sorry, I took over the conversation, but Angelo, what you were going to continue about that?
No, I was gonna
reaction
just
to
say
that
my
video.
thoughts in like technically I'm born here as well, right? It's a second generation Italian, but growing up watching the Zuri my whole life, obviously Canada just started to be like a better team like most recently, right?
Yeah.
So watching Canada in the 2022 World Cup, considering Italy wasn't there, obviously we're going for Canada. But when it comes to Italy, Canada, there's first of all, we'll never see that ever again, I think, in Canada, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm going for the Zuri. There's no doubt. Like we need a win. We're back in the World Cup. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have to first win our qualifiers, but
The big if.
the big if. I think the second match is a lot harder than the first, but we got to get by the first.
Yeah.
So
And I don't know, Andrew, I don't know if you've been seeing online, but I've been seeing so many like, I don't know, creators, content creators, just people posting on social media and saying,
I've been seeing this stuff too. Yeah.
it's a shame if you don't go for Canada, you're Canadian, and this and that. Like, what do you make of those types of comments? Because at the end of the day, like Nick said, you cheer for who you want. And again, like I said earlier, me personally, I would be lying to you if I said in that matchup I would be going for Canada. Like, I would be lying to you. So for
No,
me,
I think
it's
90% of Italians are gonna go for Italy. Like, I don't know. It's difficult.
I think I'm more confident to say that basically all the Italians are going to be going for Italy. Like it doesn't make sense that all of a sudden just because Canada's in it, someone's going to go, "Oh, I'm going to go for Canada." It's like you have history upon like years, decades upon decades of supporting that team. What makes you all of a sudden now that Canada's in it that it's convincing you enough to swap from supporting the Italian team to the Canadian national team? I mean, like I think I wouldn't blame them if they've been frustrated with the way the FIGC has been in terms of like how they handle their players, that maybe they decided, you know what, I'm fed up. So in spite of Italy, I'm going to support Canada in that game. But, I don't think I see any like Napolitani going for Maradona type against Italy type of situation. But in terms of the Italy-Canada situation, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I see that happening.
Yeah, I don't know. The ideal thing in this whole situation, I think, would be for both of them to somehow get out of the group, because I think that's possible, right? Like there's still a possibility of that happening.
It's all on that first game, right? So
it is. Does that worry you for Canada? I guess, like you said, Andrew, right? That's a terrible matchup for Canada. You said.
I think it's a terrible matchup, yeah, because it's like even Gattuso. I was reading a comment. He's like, it's like we're playing at home. The first game.
Yeah.
I think he's aware of the amount of Italians, especially
I heard he's been here before too. I remember. So
yeah.
Well,
I did want to talk about that, the composition of the group. Both for Canada and for Italy. If Italy qualifies, this is a tough group for a tournament that's 48 teams. That there's some groups that are really bad. I think Canada kind of got the short end of the stick in the draw, them being a Pot 1 team and having potential to face a number 12 ranked Italy and a number 17th ranked Switzerland. And Canada, I mean, look, at the end of the day, they're no slouch themselves. They've gotten better since the 2022 World Cup. They're 27th ranked in the world. There's a potential for 3 top 30 teams in one group in this 40-18 World Cup. I would almost say you feel bad for Qatar, but whatever.
I do wish our second game was Qatar, not Switzerland, because I don't think we can beat Switzerland.
For Italy.
Yeah, I think that Switzerland game, if we were to make the World Cup, I think that's a draw.
Yeah, look,
Switzerland in my perspective, as of how we're playing now, I
think it's fair to say.
Yeah. Yeah, and
But who knows, right? Like when Italy goes, like when they enter the tournament, they're a completely different team. We got to just get out of the group. That's usually how it is.
That's
And think about it, we haven't been out of the group since '06.
it's crazy.
it's
Yeah.
20 years. 20 years, Ange. It's 20 long years.
It's the 20-year anniversary, bro.
Yeah. But like all things like aside, I think for I guess you can say both our allegiances, if you will. For Canada, I do agree, guys. Like the matchup for the group for Canada, I think is a lot tougher. But if the on the flip side, again, the big if Italy does qualify, this couldn't have been any better in my personal opinion, because this group is very manageable. I think for Italy, like your biggest competition will be obviously the Switzerlands and the Canadas of the world. But in an ideal world, I think they should be beating these teams. I don't know. I wouldn't say comfortably because we haven't shown that we're able to really comfortably beat opponents. But I think being a pot four team, I think they got Italy. I know a lot of Italians were watching that dreadful World Cup draw that took way too long than it needed to. We might get into that later. But I think a lot of Italians, after watching the final result of that, any Azzurri fans out there, I'm pretty sure they're smiling. The biggest thing, obviously, in our way is the playoff, which has cursed us, the last two times. But I honestly, all things aside, I think Italy got a potential. I don't want to say easy because nothing is easy, but a pretty favorable group, if I would say so myself. I don't know if you guys agree, disagree.
I think the first game is okay. Like we should be good. I think the second game we might have to play away. I think that might be a problem. But
You're saying for the playoff,
yeah, for the playoff, either Bosnia or Wales.
yeah. But I'm
Either
saying if they get into the tournament, let's say they do win
Yeah.
out, whatever, and we have a group consisting of Canada, Switzerland, and Qatar. I don't know if you would have asked me to say, okay, we're a pot four team and those are the teams we're gonna get, I would take that every day of the week.
No, yeah,
Like,
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Considering there's 48 teams, we got pretty lucky to get into that group.
I totally agree.
So
I mean, like the way I think about it is that going to that whole playoff, I think it's better that we're not playing at home if you make it to that second game, because both times that they played at home for these qualifiers, they
Yeah, we
shat the
lost.
bed.
Big
They
time.
shat the bed because they had all that pressure in front of the fans and stuff. And you had the Donnarumma getting the Brooklyn cheers and stuff and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like it's situations like that where this is probably a blessing in disguise. This is actually maybe beneficial for us because we're going to be going up. We're going to, we're not playing at home. We're not going to feel that additional pressure
A
from the
lot of
fan base.
pressure, yeah.
I feel like as if they're basically going to use being on the road as fuel to, like, guys, we can't get comfortable. We can't get like we can't assume this is going to be a positive result for us. We have to earn it. And that's the thing that I really hope Gattuso drills in their heads, that boys, like this, there's no guarantees. You get in there. I think personally speaking, like I'll get to Gattuso more in a second, that obviously I've said it before in podcasts before that, like, episodes before that he's just a short-term coach. I see him just coaching all the way up till the World Cup if they qualify, and then that's it. And then I think they go with somebody else going forward. But I think Gattuso should stay on as a more of assistant coach type of thing, as a motivator, instead of just being like the main guy handling everything. Strategy wise, I don't think he's in. But anyways,
Did we lose Angelo? Oh, you're there.
There he's loaded back in.
Bad, guys. Sorry.
He's better.
Oh,
okay,
Okay,
good.
No, I was gonna ask you, Angelo. So we're talking about the playoffs and everything. So we know Ireland in Bergamo on Northern Ireland, sorry, on March 26th, and then obviously we know the winner of Bosnia versus Wales away March 30th.
31st.
What do you think? Sorry,
31st, I think it is.
March 31st. There's
March
March
31st,
31st. Yeah. What do you think Italy has to do, even in terms of tactics? Like, are there certain players you kind of want to see called up and start for the national team by March? Like, yeah. What are your thoughts on
So yeah,
what
I
they
don't
need
know.
to do to
I was
succeed?
reading something that he wanted to play Cristante and a back three today.
Oh, Dio san.
Before I get to that, what do you think about that?
No.
It's a big no for me.
What was the last time Cristante even played center back? Like I think it was like his early start at Roma. Like I don't think he played center back in
The
Atalanta.
biggest thing
And
is the
then
formation. Like it's so
oh
hard.
yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing we talked about. I agree. It should be
Yeah,
a
like,
4-man back. It shouldn't be a 3-man back. But
You,
I
you,
know
you,
it's
you know what would be funny though if Italy makes a World Cup, Cristante makes a team, and then he plays in Toronto, and I don't think he's from Toronto, but I think his dad's from Toronto. Like he would just represent all Italian
I think
Canadians
his
out there.
dad and his I think him and his sister or something. I was reading some stuff that they've come to Toronto and whatever, or his dad's from here.
Yeah, but yeah, Cristante center back. It almost feels like Coop Miners.
I wouldn't even start him, but on the bench
No.
is the case. Too much of a static midfielder. But um, it's hard. Who would I want to see called up? As of right now, we have to just use who we have. Like I don't really know who else we can call up. Like I don't know how Scamacca got called up the last match.
Yeah.
which is weird because Scamacca for Atalanta is a different type of Scamacca. He's not a fridge for Atalanta. It's weird.
Yeah, and I think we're like come midfield, we're really, really stacked.
Yeah.
The defense after like tournament wise, losing Chiellini and Bonucci, it's a bit different. Having Calafiori there does make a difference. As for the strikers, we need somebody who's going to score, and this was the exact same conversation we were having 5 years ago.
Imagine.
Which we had whatever we did win the Euro, it was a team effort, but we still don't have a number 10.
Yeah, or number 9.
Who to give the number 10 to?
Yeah.
I think for number 9, I think one player who's kind of gaining momentum right now is Esposito. I know Retegui is still the guy, but to have Esposito possibly come off the bench or maybe play as 2 strikers, I think it's good to see. At the end of the day, they probably need to go with guys in those 2 games, in those potential 2 games that are playing hot. Even the topic of Chiesa comes up. It's like, okay, he's playing well for Liverpool now. Apparently, he declined the last invite to the national team, but there's always
you don't even know, right?
yeah, exactly. There's always that talk. I don't know if he's a player you think could make
I
an
like
impact.
Zaniolo. I think Zaniolo could make a big impact. When I went to go watch Italy Venezuela, I went to watch it in Florida. I was like literally right in front of the bench, and when Zaniolo came on, it was just a friendly match. But you see the difference of when he came on, like that creativity that he brings to the team, which is what's kind of missing.
Yeah.
Like even when Chiesa plays as well, like Chiesa, we really need him. We really
Do you buy Ange the refusal of the because of the call up by Gattuso because that was the biggest
I
talking
don't really
point.
think so, to be honest.
No.
No, I think maybe he's not physically fit. Maybe
Yeah.
he needs to play more, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
That's what I think. I think it was just an excuse, maybe, but
Or maybe a cover up by Gattuso. He decided to cover up what was really going
it's a
on.
possibility. Yeah, well, we really need him for the qualifiers, so hopefully we can. Hopefully they call him up, right?
But I just to bounce off to what Nick said earlier, I agree, and I think we had this conversation probably 5 years ago. But going with who's in form, who's hot, because sometimes the name might be bigger than the player that's in form, that's hot at the moment. So, and in a 2-game, potential 2 games to get you into the World Cup, I don't care what your name is. If you're firing and you're hot and you're able to produce, that's what we need. There's no more time. There's no more excuses. There's no more time to make up ground. Like it's 2 do or die matches to get us to the World Cup. So
But there are a lot of under 21 players that are good. Like last year when Camarda was playing, like I don't understand why we don't call up these players. It's so political. Like Lamine Lamal was playing for Spain when he was 17. Like the actual like senior team.
yeah.
So it's like we're using these guys. He's like Gattuso's ready to call up Immobile, for example, just for sake.
Balotelli maybe.
I saw Balotelli was talking about it.
I know. I saw that too with Seedorf.
But never mind. He would probably do a better job than the guys we have.
which is sad to say.
which is okay. Maybe he's not in form, but
Yeah.
he could hold the ball, turn around, and he has a rocket of a shot.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's not like Ziparetegi's not doing well either. Like, and Pio Esposito is still doing a good job too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he actually surprised me. I didn't think he was going to be as good as he's performing. Right?
No, he fights hard. He fights hard, and even if he doesn't score, he works like extremely hard for a forward, a center forward. In my personal opinion, ever since he kind of came to Italy, and I've been able to. We've obviously been able to watch him a bit more, and I'm a fan. Like, listen, for me, if we need goals in as you know the number 9, and we've been lacking that, and if it's going to be a guy like Retegui, Pio Esposito, who's
Yeah.
young, who's getting that time to shine. I still like Keane there. It's unfortunate the season that Fiorentina is having, and again, that is not that's not obviously his fault of the situation that he's in. But I still like what he can bring because I think for the national team he's a different player. So listen, I think we have the options. It's just a matter of actually scoring. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, Keane is good though.
I'm a fan.
I just think it's honestly just a mentality issue. These boys they don't have that killer mentality. They don't have that fire, and it's like you need to surround them with a good supporting cast. You have Gattuso and Bonucci. That's a great start, but like you need more. Buffon, if he's doing an advisor role, get him on the pit. Like have that. Like how De Rossi was in the Euro squad. I mean, and I've said it many times. Like just have something like that. Have guys that have been there before, that know what it takes to drive it into these guys' heads. Like you guys have to hate to lose. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you have to hate to lose, and obviously just don't play certain players in certain positions. But it's just it is what it is. These are the cards that were dealt with, and this is what's going to continuously happen. The only thing that the team can control is on the pitch. They can't control what the FIGC does in development. They can't control what the FIGC's mentality is on the league itself, or what Serie A teams do with their youth, if they want to develop the youth or not, and from their academies and stuff. The only thing they control is what they can do on the pitch itself. And they have to remember that, like, look, these other countries are starting to catch up, right? You can't take them easy.
Or have already caught up even
yeah,
past us. So,
Well, look at Canada. Let's just say if Canada were to play Italy today, it'd be a pretty good match to see.
Yeah, but I be real with you.
Yeah.
I think Canada might pull an upset in that type of matchup. I don't have confidence in Italy. That's the issue.
I agree.
I agree as well. Like, we have to see how we're going into the tournament. I don't see them going into it, like Italy playing Canada, for example, and us scoring 4 goals.
No,
I don't see that happening. But there's a possibility that maybe we can put the Catenaccio and win 1-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like a player like Davies will have a field day with Di Lorenzo.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Di Lorenzo.
And I love Di Lorenzo. What the hell happened to my light? Why is it flickering?
Everyone loves all the coaches we have love Di Lorenzo.
yeah.
But the thing is, you can't put him in a 3-man
He's that
back.
glue guy.
You need to have him in a 4-man back.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, but I agree with you. It's like if they would win the game, Italy would be a 1-0 Catenaccio style. But the thing is, the reason why I also don't have confidence is that Canada, last World Cup learned a valuable lesson in overconfidence. They were a young team. They had a bit of snarkiness to them. It was the first time they dominated the qualifying group to get.
They're going to come in very hard.
Yes, exactly. Like that 4-1 loss to Croatia was the embarrassing lesson that they needed to learn. And he did a good job that game. They just couldn't score. But nonetheless, like now this time coming into this World Cup, like I feel like as if they've learned their lesson from the last one and like, okay, we're not going to take it as a joke this time around. Not as a joke, but they know what it takes now to go above and beyond to get those results. So,
and they do have a good team too. So
yeah,
especially as hosts, right? And we're talking about the group and stuff, and it's like top 2 obviously automatically advance, but there's a chance that the third place team advances. I think out of 12 groups, 8 of the 12 third place teams advance because there's a round of 32. So for Canada, it's like that game against Qatar is a must win. They need 3 points. And then you get a result against Switzerland or the UEFA winner, whoever it is, if they want to have a chance to advance. I don't think they're going to, to finish top 2 is going to be tough. I don't think they're going to win the group. But Canada has a legitimate shot to advance. being a home team is also an advantage for them, but they need to play smart because, guys, we watched this Canadian team. They're very emotional, right? We saw that even against
Yep.
Australia, kind of fights.
Yeah,
It
that's
kind
how
of,
they are. Yeah.
yeah, kind of take that like Canadian hockey mentality almost. But they need to play smart. You see that sometimes in the Gold Cup, the red cards, Schaffelberg last year. So they can't have none of that red card, nonsense.
I mean, we think it's cool because Canada will play Italy here in Toronto, but at the end of the day, out of the three host nations, Canada is the better team out of like U.S. and Mexico.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you really think about it, Mexico does have a good team as well,
Mm.
but
You're right.
it's gonna be a good match. Like the whole group in general will be good to see.
Yeah. And guys, I think we could all agree on this. Once the potential Canada and Italy game is done, we're cheering for Canada, we're cheering for Italy separately. And no matter what, guys, if Italy makes it, when they play those anthems on June 12th, I'm singing "O Canada" proudly. I'm singing "Fratelli d'Italia" proudly. Like it's gonna be such a cool moment. So let's hope, guys. Let's hope. End of March. I do want to continue talking about the World Cup just for a bit before we switch to Serie. Besides, the group that we just talked about, are there other groups you guys think kind of caught your eye? Are there any teams that you have as favorites, maybe for the World Cup? We'll start with Angelo.
Yeah, I think Portugal. I like Portugal and France this World Cup. I think Portugal, obviously, because it's Ronaldo's last World Cup, they're going to go in very hard, and I think they have a really good team in general. Argentina, since they won the last World Cup, they're very strong as well.
It's hard to go back to back.
Even for sure. Even Spain too. Spain's going to be really good. I think Spain, Portugal, France, Argentina. Those are going to be like the top teams to beat. England's also good as well. They just lost two Euro Cup finals. So we'll have to see, right?
Yeah. I've just even kind of seen the groups that it was kind of hard to every tournament it's like, oh, like what team's going to be in the group of death, what team's going to be in the group of death.
I don't even think there's a group of death, to be
that's
honest.
what I was just about to
I
get
actually
to.
think
Kind
it is
of,
one,
but
my personal opinion.
The
It's
was
the
it the
last
France?
It's France,
what's-
Senegal, Norway won.
I would even
yeah.
say if Italy qualifies, I say Group B is the group of death.
No,
If Italy qualifies,
no.
I don't know.
I don't know. Not
Because the thing is you have there's
I guess
the
'cause
England,
they're really-
Croatia,
we're-
and Ghana group.
yeah,
that one's
that
pretty
group
good too.
that group's solid too.
It's because like for example, it's like France, Senegal. Sorry for interrupting everyone. But
No, but that was my
France,
point.
Senegal,
Like,
Norway.
Yeah, okay.
You got three teams that you can feasibly believe could win a group, and that's the way I see it. And you have teams like in the other group, England, Ghana, and Croatia,
and
where it's
Panama.
like, okay, I don't really see, like Ghana winning a group, but Ghana would always be in the mix. But like I could feasibly see like England or Croatia winning a group. Whereas this group, I mean, I don't like as much as I want Canada to do well. I don't feasibly see Canada winning a group. I don't feasibly see Italy winning a group. I don't see Qatar, and I don't think Switzerland would ever win a group. It's kind of like a group of death in a sense where none of the teams are like
they're very evenly matched considering how
perfectly
we've
said.
been.
It's a group of mid.
If you really want,
It's a group of
want
mid.
to think about it that way, because
It's a mid off.
If you put Italy there in that group, it's like, okay, obviously we stand out. We should finish first because
Historically, yes, but recently.
But recently, yeah, we're very evenly matched. I would say Switzerland's better than us.
Yeah. I wouldn't disagree with you.
Yeah.
Jenny, did you have any favorites for the World Cup?
Favorites for the World Cup? I really don't know if I have a favorite per se, because it's really tough. I mean, like there's easy cop outs like Spain, for example. You could say France as well. I mean, I don't want England to win. I just don't want England to
I don't
win.
think either of us want England to
No.
win. That's the last team. That and Brazil, because Brazil's gonna have an extra.
Yeah, no,
fuck that.
But I mean, for how well their development has been and how dominant they have been, it's like it sucks because it's such an easy cop out. But like Spain, Like it's hard to argue against, especially with the way they just keep on having players come up and come up and come up, and it's like a never ending wave of talent in Spain. So you know it's hard to argue against them.
Yeah, I also would probably agree with what Ange said about Portugal. I do see them pretty strong. They just like they keep on pumping out like crazy talent in the forwards.
Yeah,
Like,
they're surprising me, to be honest.
yeah, exactly right. And when they have guys in the midfield too, the Vitinhas, the João Neveses of the world, Nuno Mendes in the back, like it's a pretty solid squad. And again, if the script writers are ready to write the script, they wrote it last time with Messi. They're gonna have to do the same for Ronaldo, right? To kind of make it even, to kind of say that final hurrah. So, but joking aside, I think they are strong. Like I said earlier, to Andrew's point, I do always think it's so hard to go back to back to win again. So even though I would like to see Argentina do well, I don't see them repeating because it's extremely hard, especially in Calcio. So I would probably say Portugal. The Spain answer is like Johnny said, is a good cop out. It's a pretty solid answer, but even maybe the Germanys of the world too. The Germany always gives a good run. They're kind of going through their ups and downs, or have been in the later years. So I think they're always a team to look out for. They have some good talent as well, and I kind of said it. I don't remember when, probably a handful of weeks ago now, but it's just crazy to think that Ronaldo, Messi, I even say Luka Modric, right? These older players that are going for what, their fifth World Cup, I think it is. So it's just timeless players that like in our generation were so strong. So it's gonna be pretty cool to kind of see them give it their last kick
This
at
could
the
be
World
Cristiano
Cup.
Ronaldo's 7th World Cup.
Is it?
Yeah, he's been playing since 02.
Yeah,
He was
'cause
on that
he played
2000
in the
roster that
04
lost in the Euro
Euro Cup.
finals.
I remember that.
For real?
Yeah, it's his 7th World Cup for Cristiano Ronaldo.
I thought it was his fifth.
No, he lost in
I'm
the finals.
behind.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're sure not getting confused with the
no, I'm sorry. So like, I think he played in the 02 one.
No,
He
he made
played-
his Portugal debut in 03. He
Okay,
was
so
on
then
the
He was on the
Euro 04
04
team.
Euro
Yeah.
against
okay, so
Greece.
it's a 6th World Cup then.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah,
a
but
six. Okay, I'm
all
sorry.
these guys still like 20 years later.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's my point. Sorry,
Yeah.
6. I meant to say, but yeah, no, it just shows the class of these players, and it's still able to perform at the highest of level, and we'll see. Like we said, Messi got his, and let's see if Ronaldo gets back at that and gets the trophy that's escaped him, in his career. So
We'll
we'll see.
definitely
But
know the fix is in if that happens.
exactly right, the script is already written, Ange. So we'll have to wait and see. But another point that Ange said that I would bounce off of: if and when Italy gets into the World Cup, it's you never know what this team can do, and it's one of these things that we just need to be there, and then once we're there, things can kind of kick off from there. So again, we're all hopeful here, all four of us. Andrew's so excited; he's like, "Boys, I have to jump on the pod." So
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to talk about it, right?
yeah, exactly. So
On
we're
April 1st.
fingers crossed, exactly right, the day after. But just one thing I wanted to kind of like say, I don't know if any of you guys had it 4 hours to kill on the World Cup draw, but I don't know if it was just me, but what the hell was that? Like, why the fuck was it so damn long?
1
I
hour.
tried to catch bits and pieces, but I
I was
couldn't.
over
Like,
here going back and forth. I said, I want to watch. I want to see when what group we're in.
yeah,
And then
and
it
it's
was till pot 4.
yeah, and it's like pulling teeth to see what team was where and all this extracurricular. Like, oh my god! Again, it was just crazy to me.
And it was 2 hours, and the draw was like within the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
They actually showed Wayne Gretzky. Did you see when he didn't spin the ball?
Yeah,
They're
and
like,
then how
is it fixed or not? Like, I don't know. Like, how's he gonna know what's inside there, right? Like,
I don't think so, but he told Jesse Marsh he was going to give them a nice team from pot 4. Didn't
Well, he
go.
couldn't even
didn't go
pronounce
on
half
that.
the names. Fuck,
Oh.
he couldn't even. Wayne, I don't know.
Karaka.
Wake up, bro.
How
Curacao.
about Trump when he pulled out the the U.S.? I wonder what this is.
Yeah.
Even just that at that point when it's like they had the three presidents, prime ministers draw each of the names, and it's
Yeah.
like I saw a tweet. He's like, okay, now we're into the draw. All we know is that USA, Canada, and Mexico are playing in USA, Canada, and Mexico.
Yeah.
It's like
Irrelevant. Guys, I don't know. It was way too long for my liking.
dude.
I couldn't even. I unfortunately
To
we
be
work
honest
on
with you,
this
it was
side
a
of the
really
pond.
weird. It was a weird vibe though.
Yeah.
Like, the whole draw was like strange.
It felt artificial. Like it didn't feel like there was any soul in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's basically
agreed.
how I felt watching it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same here.
and and also making up that fake award for Trump, like just to appease the man, just to like oh, come on, man, like this
When
man has
politics
to,
and sports collide, it's turn off
no,
the
but
TV.
it's like no, it's just more like they have to do everything for this guy, like this,
Yeah.
yeah. This guy's a toddler in a man's body. That's what he is. I'm
It is
just
what it
saying.
is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to bring that up because like it was like
It was too much.
it was ridiculous. Like, like okay, you want to bring in this person to to do to do the draw to kind of to do the names. Okay, you Shaq, Tom Brady, fucking Wayne Gretzky, things like that. But
I think they should have just stuck with the like legends of
yeah,
of
like
soccer. Like get Buffon or like even Zidane or somebody.
I
But
kind
even that,
of
even get like former legends of these countries for
Exactly. That's what they usually do.
Dwayne De Rosario.
Dwayne De
that
Rosario.
would
You
be
could have
cool,
got freaking what's his name? He's an analyst. He was also a manager at one point. Not well. Michael Bradley's the one that comes to mind, but it's not Michael It's not Michael Bradley. It's he played for them in the early 2000s. Oh my god, I can't remember the American.
Not Claudio Reyna.
No, an American. Was a midfielder or like attacking mid.
Lawless or something.
No,
he's a defender, no.
But
Anyways, but you had a lot of options to choose from. Like you could have. My God, like
it really felt Americanized. I
You
don't
could
know
even
if
bring
that's the way to
Christine
put it.
Sinclair if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You could have brought Christine Sinclair.
No, it's fine that they brought Gretzky, but you should have told him how to say the name. Like the guy didn't know the names. Like
no, the guy doesn't know. The guy doesn't know. Half the time, the guy doesn't even know where he is. Like,
bro, he's gone.
Yeah.
Like if you watch
It's sad to see.
if you watch his analysts analyzing on TNT, like the guy's a terrible.
Yeah, but he has a drinking problem, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like he's just.
I know
It's
somebody
sad.
who lives like two doors down from him, and he's like, bro, this guy's like beers everywhere, eh?
Oh, for real.
In the recycling, just to beat it. I'm like, oh, man, this guy okay?
Wayne, he's fucking briag the fuck every night. Fuck.
The guy's like, he's like, I want 4 Stanley Cups. Fuck you.
Yo, listen, when you're the GOAT, you can do what you want, but I just tell him how to say the name.
But you don't want to be stoned out on national
Yeah,
television.
I mean,
I agree.
we've seen. Remember when Cuba Gooding Jr. did the NHL awards? How sloshed he was when he did the awards.
It was crazy, but yeah. Anyways, it just I don't know. It felt Americanized to me. Like it felt very, very a la American, and like it's which is fine. Okay, you know what? It's a North American tournament, which is fine. But I don't know. There had to be a bit of a better way to operate it, but whatever. It is what it is. The draw happened. These are the groups. We'll see what Canada does. We hope that Italy gets there to play Canada, June 12th. Another thing we were kind of speaking about off air before we continue on is these damn ticket prices. Like, I don't know, man. They're really not catering to the fans here. It's a bit crazy. Anja, I know you said you got a spot, but can you pull some more strings or what? What's going on?
I'm gonna hope, man. I'm gonna hope. Hopefully, we make it and I can pull strings. You guys come here from Montreal, and that's it.
That's it. That's it. That's what we're hoping for. So, but no,
If not,
honestly,
we'll try to sneak you in like they do in Italy. Apre la porta and just everybody come inside.
That's it. But no, but I don't know. Like, maybe your guys' thoughts. Like the ticket prices. Like, did you expect it to be like this crazy, or like was it just it should have been expected, and we're kind of just naive to not think that it would be this high?
I think FIFA just because it's in North America. They think everyone's rich over here, so it's like $2,000-$3,000 a seat. You know,
Yeah.
for group stage. And group stage regularly is like what, a few €100. If it's in Europe, it makes completely no sense. So I think it's very stupid because everyone wants to go to the games. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you gotta have a lot of money to go watch one game. You know, it's ridiculous.
I agree.
So
You guys,
To be
Nick?
fair,
Done?
we have like the higher average income than a European, right? So I mean, I think they're trying to milk us as much as they can.
yeah, that's basically it. But it's still not right. Like,
Yeah,
at least do it in stages. You know, like they started right in the beginning.
Yeah.
yeah. I think at this point it's like, I mean, I don't know, but it seems like not all the tickets are available. So then there's like this whole resale market that's driving the ticket prices up. And I mean, Angelo, you're a business owner, supply and demand. So you got what's population of the US? 300 and something million, or I don't even know. Canada's 40 million. You got 340 million people there. I don't know what the population in Mexico is, plus everyone from around the world. You got all these people wanting to buy tickets and 40,000 seats in Toronto. It's going to see that game in on June 12th, and it's tough. It's tough. It's a dream for us to go to that game if we could. If not, we'll enjoy it from wherever we can, whether it's here in Montreal or whatnot, and we'll be happy to watch.
Well, we
Even
go to
for-
Toronto and we just watch it there.
But even for FIFA regulations, I disagree with the 40,000 like 40,000 spectators. I think it should be at least 60 and up.
Yeah, no, good
In
point.
general,
Yeah.
Well,
I guess
because
obviously the stadiums in the States are a lot bigger, like
Yeah.
they're football stadiums, right? But
Yeah.
you can't. It's hard to compare.